Good day to everyone. We are the Group 1 in Science, Technology, and Society. So I'm Janelle M. Soria, the first reporter of our group. So we will discuss the Chapter 1, History of Science and Technology. So before we start, this is our objectives. At the end of the unit, we are able to discuss the interaction between science, technology, and society throughout history. The second one is explain the roles of science and technology. And the last one, cite the inventions of different scientists from ancient to modern ages. So we will start in science. So alam naman natin kung ano yung science, pero I will discuss it. Comes from the Latin word scientia, meaning knowledge. So yung science can give us accurate information about the universe, right? So yung science din ay nagde-define siya as the system of knowledge of the natural world gained through the scientific method. So, nag-organize pala yung science ng way of studying things and finding answer to the question using scientific method. So, yung scientific method na sinasabi has 5 basic step plus 1 feedback step. Ito yung make an observation. Yun yung pinakauna. The second one, ask a question. The third one, form of hypothesis or testable explanation. The fourth one is make a prediction based on the hypothesis. So, dito na yung mag-experiment tayo. The fifth one is test the prediction. So, conclusion yon. And the last one, yung result. Use the result to make new hypothesis or the prediction. So, yun yung cycle ng the scientific method. So, next is technology. Comes from the Greek word techne, meaning art, skills, and cunning hand. So, yung technology is the human attempt to change the world by creating products that can help people. So, ito yung application of scientific knowledge, laws, and principles to produce services, materials, tools, and machines aimed at solving real-world problem. So, in short, yung technology is product of imagination. So, ano nga ba yung purpose ng technology? Ang purpose nito ay gawin niya yung quality of life. Example, smartphone, laptop, electrical appliances, machineries. So, di ba, pinapadali niya yung buhay ng humans. So, humans is a part of our society. So, si society is a group of individuals involved in persistent social interaction or large social group sharing the same geographical or social territory. So, ito yung interaction natin as humans, including the interaction that we engage in to figure things out and to make things. So, next is the rules and the relationship of science and technology. So, according to Brooks 1994, science contribute to technology in at least 6 ways. So, the first one is new knowledge, which serves as the direct source of ideas for new technological possibilities. And the second one is the source of tools and techniques for more efficient engineering design and a knowledge base for evaluation of feasibility of design. The third one is research instrumentation, laboratory techniques, and analytical method used in research that eventually find their way into design or industrial practices, often through intermediate discipline. And the fourth one is practice of research as a source of development and assimilation of new human skill and capabilities eventually useful for technology. And the fifth one is creation of knowledge. So, yun yung assessment of technology based that becomes increasingly important in the assessment of technology in terms of its wider social and environmental impact. And the last one is more efficient strategy. So, knowledge base that enables more efficient strategies of applied research, development, and refinement of new technologies. So, next is the connection between science, technology, and society. So, according to Goldsman 2020, technology alters how we can behave. Society drives technological innovation and scientific inquiry. Science gives us insight into what kind of technologies we could potentially create and how to create them, while technology allows us to conduct further scientific research. So, kung mapapansin nyo sa picture, we have science, technology, and society. Ano nga ba yung interconnection ng bawat isa? So, si science, ini-inform niya si technology kasi nga, hindi magagawa si technology kung wala si science. So, si technology makes life easier kay society. So, si society ay nagbe-benefits from the technology na at human din naman yung gumagawa ng technology. So, si society nagde-demands more to science, ganun din si technology. So, si science naman, ini-improve niya yung society para mas lalong makuha yung specific goal or purpose na kailangan ni humans. So, next is the historical antecedents of science and technology. So, we have 3 periods. So, the first one is the ancient period, the Middle Ages, the second one, and the third one is the modern ages. So, the ancient period, technology in the ancient world. So, yung ancient period ay hinati sa tatlong periods. Ito yung Stone Age, Bronze Age, and Iron Age. So, Stone Age is a very ancient period in human history when people use weapons and tools made of stone. So, the Stone Age is a period of history in which human use primitive stone tools. So, tinawag na stone tools kasi nga made by stone yung ginagamit nila. So, nagsimula ito noong 2.6 million years ago and approximately naglast siya until about 3,300 BC when the Bronze Age began. So, this age is the first age of human history. So, people from this Stone Age were the first to create clothing. So, yung mga people dito ay nagsuot ng gawa sa balat ng animals during weather months. And nung summer naman, ay nagsuot sila ng mga pinagtagpi-tagping mga dahon. So, the Stone Age was the period during which stone was the most widely used materials for making tools and weapon. So, scientists divide this Stone Age in the 3 major period. Ito yung the Paleolithic period, Mesolithic period, and the Neolithic period. So, let's learn about them one by one. So, the first one is the Paleolithic period. Has the beginning period. Early human sharpening tools made by stone. So, these tools did not change about 1,000 years. So, nung panahon ng Paleolithic, yung mga tao ay nakatira sa cave. So, their tools, ginagamit nila for hunt their foods. The second one is the Mesolithic period. Ito yung Middle Stone Age na tinatawag at ito din yung Geological Age. And the next is the Neolithic period. Ito yung New Stone Age. So, sa panahon na ito, mas in-evolve nila yung stone to make more useful tools. At ito din yung beginning of cultivation. So, dito din sila natutong magtanim ng mga crops para mas madagdagan yung kakainin nila. So, ito yung mga halimbawa ng mga technologies or invention from the Stone Age. Ito yung hammer stone, clay pots, hand axe, spears, and others. And the last one is the stone arts. So, the first one is the hammer stone. Ordinary stone na nakikita natin ngayon na ginamit ng prehistoric human bilang pambukas ng mga nuts at ginawa nila to chip other stone. Diba pag binatak natin yung isang stone, kung mapapansin yung mga edges nun ay matalim. So, yun yung ginamit nila to grind clay into pigment. So, the second one is the clay pots. So, nung panahon ng Stone Age, ginamit nila yung clay pot para makapagluto sila ng foods nila at ginawa nila itong taguan ng mga gamit nila. So, the third one is the hand axe, spears, and other tools. So, may mga scientists na nakapagsabi na may evidence daw sila na nakita noong Stone Age Wars na ginamit nilang weapon ay ang mga hand axe or yung palakol at palaso. So, sa panahon din ng Stone Age ay na-discover nila yung stone art. So, humans started carving symbols and sign onto the walls of caves during the Stone Age using hammer stones and stone chisels. So, yung stone arts ay ginamit nila as early maps showing trails, rivers, landmark, astronomical markers, and symbol. So, ginamit nila para makipag-ugnayan at ginamit nila yung mga sign para malaman nila kung gaano kahaba yung travel nila sa isang lugar. So the earliest known depiction of human in Stone Age is a small ivory sculpture of female figure with exaggerated breast and genitalia. So ang pangalan ng sculpture na yon ay the Venus of Holy Pels. So next is the Bronze Age. Is a prehistoric period approximately 3,300 BC to 1,200 BC that was characterized by the use of bronze in some areas, proto-writing, and other early features of urban civilizations. So, dito sa Bronze Age is the next period after the Stone Age. This period marked the first time humans started to work with metal. So, bronze tools and weapons soon replaced earlier stone versions. So, despite the fact that this period is called the Bronze Age, the first metal used by primitive people was copper. So, the discovery of Bronze Age is revolutionized society. Bronze access forest and clean more land to grow crops and raising cattle or yung mga kubo o pwede nilang titiran. So, dito din sa Bronze Age ay nag-alaga na din sila ng mga sheep and goats para makakuha ng meats, milk, butter, and cheese. So, dito din na-imbento na yung irrigation para maging quicker yung farming nila. So, dito mabilis yung paglago ng population at nag-ship na din sila ng iba't ibang mga products sa ibang mga lugar. Some technologies or invention from the Bronze Age is the soap, rope, umbrella, locks, kites, carp, stang, sword, socket sword, sickle sword, bronze axe, plow, wheel, and chariots. So, ipapakita ko sa inyo yung mga invention ng Bronze Age para makita natin kung ano yung mga itsura ng mga naimbento nila. So, an equation for soap was found on the Babylonian earth tablet that date on 2800 BC. So, the three main ingredients of soap at the time were the cassia oil, water, and soluble base, also known as alkali. So, yung Old Egyptian naman ang nakapag-invento ng rope. So, the main materials of this rope was water, red fiber. So, the umbrella was also invented during the Bronze Age, and the exact time was 2400 BC. So, umbrella was invented by the Egyptians, and the Egyptians used it to protect against herself to the raining season. So, this is the first ever lock was invented in Bronze Age in 2000 BC. So, ito yung ginamit nila para protektahan yung mga mahalagang gamit nila. So, yung Chinese Bronze Civilization ang unang gumawa ng kites. At ang ginamit nilang materials dito ay yung silk fabric and high-strength silk para makagawa sila. So, kung mapapansin nyo, wala siyang pinagkaiba sa kites na nakikita natin ngayon o saranggola na nakikita natin ngayon. Kasi nga, dinevelop siya to meet the recreational needs for the general population. So, ito naman yung carp stang sword. So, siya ay very common in 1000 BC. So, siya ay na-discover ng mga military in the Thames Valley. So, ito naman yung sack axe. So, ito ay isa din na sa major military innovation nung panahon ng Bronze Age. At ito ay ginamit ng Mesopotamian na armies dun sa Middle East. So, the later generation also used this axe for almost 2,000 years. So, ito naman yung sickle sword. So, ito yung naimbento ng Southern Mesopotamia kasi nga ito yung one serious innovation of its time to the Sumerian civilization. So, this is the bronze axe na kinukonsider nila one of the most impactful innovation sa panahon ng Bronze Age. Kasi nga, ito ay ginagamit nila sa farming. At ito daw ay mas matigas kumpara dun sa normal stone axe. So, another innovation is the plows. So, ito ay ginawa made of wood or stone. So, yung bronze plow had the ability to take taut impacts without getting damaged. So, ginamit nila ito sa pagbubungkal ng lupa. So, ito naman yung first ever na na-develop nila during the Bronze Age, which is the wheel. So, ito ay naimbento ng mga Mesopotamia. At ito ay ginamit nila sa mga variety of purposes. So, marami silang pinaggamitan nitong gulong na to. So, the invention of wheel further contribute to the development of chariots, which serve both as a war machine and transporting equipment for the elite of the society. So, ginamit nila yung gulong para makagawa sila ng chariots. At ito yung ginagamit nila para makipagdigma. At ginagamit din nila yung chariots para paglagyan ng mga kalakal nila para matravel sa ibang mga lugar. So, Iron Age is the third in the ancient times. So, before we start, yung strong bronze tools ay ginamit sa wars, and then one day foreign army arrives to conquer your land and your powerful troops get defeated quickly. So sino sila na mayroong effective na weapon? Sila yung mga Hittite, and their weapon made of a metal called iron. So doon nagsimula yung the Iron Age. So the Iron Age began around 1200 BC in the Mediterranean region and Near East. So, yung Iron Age ay nag-collapse of several prominent in the Bronze Age civilization, including the Mycenaean civilization in Greece and the Hittite Empire in Turkey. However, iron was well known to various ancient people. Thousands of years before the Iron Age, it was the meteoric iron. So, the meteoric iron is a type of iron required no smelting of ores and was cold work. So, gawa sa meteoric iron yung ginawa nilang primitive tools and ceremonial weapons. So, if we compare meteoric iron and bronze, then both materials have a sufficiently high characteristic in terms of strength and hardness, and remarkably resistant to corrosion. So, yung Iron Age ay people across much of Europe, Asia, and parts of Africa began making tools and weapons from iron and steel. So, iron and steel tools help with agricultural development, and the Iron Stage as well ay mas advanced yung arts nila. So, yung ginamit nila sa mga agricultural practice. So, dito din sa Iron Age na bago yung religious beliefs. At mas naging advanced din yung writing nila using the alphabetic character. So, ito yung mga technologies or invention from the Iron Age. Una dyan yung iron sword, alphabet, ruders, plows with iron tips, water wheel, spinning wheel, wood pole latte, iron cannon, stone cannonballs, scale armor, pottery wheel, metal helmet, querns, vessels, and oars. So, ito yung iron swords. Stronger and cheaper opposed to a bronze sword they used before. So, ito yung sword na mas pinatibay ngayon sa panahon ng Iron Age. So, nung Iron Age ay nagkaroon na rin ng alphabet na nakatulong sa kanila para makipag-communication, especially sa written language. So, ito naman yung ruders. Boats could steer itself. So, hindi niya napapaandar yung sarili niya. So, ginagamitan ng lakas ng mga tao para umandar yung boat na ito. So, ito naman yung flows with iron tips. So, allowed farmers to expand land. So, ginamit ng mga sinaunang tao to para magtanim ng mga root crops. So, ito naman yung water wheel. So, provided lifting for irrigation and milling. So, mas pinadali nito makakuha ng tubig yung mga sinaunang tao papunta sa kanilang mga pananim. So, ito naman yung spinning wheel. Easier way to produce yarn and threads for clothing. So, ito yung ginamit nila para makapaghabi ng mga damit na susuotin nila. So, ito naman yung wood pole latte. Allowed workers to make novel items of wood, including buckets and bowls. So, ito yung mga ginamit nila para makagawa sila ng mangkok or yung mga lagyayan ng pagkain. So, ito naman yung iron cannon. So, ginamit nila ito sa mga pakikipagdigma. So, ito naman yung stone cannonballs. So, ginamit nila ito para mas destructive sa makikipagdigma. So, next is the scale armor. So, ito yung ginamit nila para protektahan yung sarili nila na hindi masaktan. So ito naman yung pottery wheel. So ito yung ginamit nila para makagawa sila ng mga banga. So ito naman yung metal helmet na ginamit nila sa pakikipagdigma. Ito ay nilalagay nila sa ulo para kung anumang bagay yung mayampas or bumagsak sa ulo nila, hindi sila masasaktan. So dun sa Iron Age, na-invento din nila yung querns, or ito yung gilingan ng mga prutas or kahit anong bagay na gusto nilang gilingin. And yung last is the oars connected to vessel, and they made it easier for transportation. So mas pinapadali nito yung transportation ng mga bagay papunta sa ibang lugar. And that's all my report. Thank you for listening.